this evening's agenda,
Make
Council?
a motion to approve the agenda.
Second. Sure.
Second by John, who was it? John? Second by John.
One me.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
You're on the hook now, John. Okay, consent agenda.
I move that we approve the consent agenda. All claims seem to be in order.
Seconded.
Motion's made, second by Shepherd to approve this evening's consent agenda. I have a roll call, please.
Councilor Lovering? Aye. Councilor Piper?
Aye.
Councilor Robinson? Aye. Councilor Shepherd?
Aye.
Councilor Fisher?
Aye.
Councilor Hamilton?
Aye.
Mayor Barnhart?
Aye. Consent agenda is approved. And now we move into visitors' public comments, items not on this evening's agenda. If anyone would like to address the council, and I would remind everybody that because the city council is continuing the decision on location ventures, we cannot take any testimony or any comments tonight concerning that upcoming action. So, would anybody like to address the council? All right, do we have anybody on Zoom?
No, you do not, Mayor.
All right, move on. Appointment. Approve the appointment of probationary volunteer firefighter, Sean Keel.
Mayor, the fire chief was on wood leave all the way and is absent. So in his stead, I will present Sean Kale as a probationary firefighter. Sean is a current career firefighter with Big Fort Fire and has several current certifications. He passed our extensive background check and physical examination, and he has been attending trainings as an observer. And the executive team from the fire department believe he's a great addition to our team. And in reviewing his application and all of the materials, I concur with the appointment and recommend council that we appoint Sean Kale as a probationary firefighter, volunteer firefighter.
Council.
Move to approve Sean Kale as a probationary volunteer firefighter.
Seconded.
Seconded by Shepherd. Discussion? I have a question for you. I guess I could ask each. Are you gonna stay working at Big Fork?
Yes, I work a 4896 schedule. So when I'm not at the station, I'm home right downtown for 4 days. And figured
Why not?
want to stay involved in the community.
Cool. Okay, Susan, just a question. So you can can you volunteer for your job as long as it's in a different community? I guess that's not an issue.
It is not an issue because he's not our employee.
Gotcha. It's just something that was brought up. I want to make sure it's clarified.
He
All
can
right.
volunteer for us.
Take those 4 days.
All right, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. John, if you'd like to come up and we'll get you signed.
Me and Barb, I did tell him there was a photo op, so
Go ahead, snap away. Come on up, Sean.
if you need to move around, go ahead.
Go ahead and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Sean Kale,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, protect, and defend
that I will support, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Montana,
and the Constitution of the State of Montana,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the duties of my office
as volunteer firefighter
as volunteer firefighter
with fidelity, so help me God.
with fidelity, so help me God.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's
What a great addition to a great fire department. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. That's right. Let's go around.
Yeah, it's wrapped. Welcome aboard.
Thank you, man. Thank you, sir.
Pretty cool, huh?
Thank you, man. Police chief? All right.
Yeah.
What is
All right. Next, we will have a public hearing. The City County Planning Board, regular meeting Tuesday, March 14th, bring this issue forward to the council tonight for action. It is a conditional use permit for a sports bar and casino request by J&L Golf, Levi LaPrade, and Jared Griffiths to open a sports bar and casino. Ask our planner to please give us a report.
All right. Good evening, Donna Ladd. I'm a contract planner from San Survey for the city of Columbia Falls. Eric McKay asked me to come tonight and present for him as he had a conflicting obligation. He's far more charming than me, but I'll do my best. This request by J&L Golf LLC is a request for a conditional use permit to add a new casino to a new sports bar proposed at 605 Nucleus Avenue, Unit 2, which is currently next to North Fork Pizza and is operating as a hair salon at this time. The property is zoned to CB4, which is the downtown area along Nucleus. Businesses are located to the northwest and south of the subject property. So under CB4, taverns, bars, and brew pubs are permitted uses. However, casinos and gaming machines require conditional use permits. There are no parking requirements under CB4. State of Montana ties casino and liquor licenses together by only allowing gaming machines if a liquor license is purchased. The applicant is requesting 20 gaming machines, which is maximum allowed. The number is set by state statute. The proposed casino would fit the downtown area. That's where a lot of planning documents promote restaurants, drinking and gaming establishments. There are also 3 other casinos within a block of the proposed. So it fits into the nature of the area. This proposal went before the planning board on March 14th, 2023, and the board unanimously recommended approval of the CUP with conditions. Are there any questions?
Council, do you have any questions for our planner?
Thank you.
Thanks. Move into public hearing. Almost like to speak to us? All right. Okay, so at this time, we will open the public hearing on this issue. Anyone wishing to come forward? Now would be the time. Seeing none, close this public hearing. And we'll move to adopt the staff report as findings of fact.
I move that we adopt staff report CCU 23-01 as binding of fact.
Second.
Motion is made, seconded by Shepherd, to adopt the findings of fact. Adopt staff report CCU 2301 as findings of fact. Any questions? All right, roll call please.
Counselor Piper?
Aye.
Counselor Robinson?
Aye.
Counselor Shepherd?
Aye.
Counselor Fisher?
Aye.
Counselor Hamilton?
Aye.
Counselor Lovering?
Aye.
Mayor Barnhart?
Aye. Motion is approved to adopt the staff report. Approved conditional use permit will be on our final action for, again, under resolutions at the end of the meeting. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, next is a notice of a public hearing. There will be a planning board will hold a meeting Tuesday, April 11th, concerning the Christensen, request by Eric Christensen to amend the zoning map from a current zone of SAG 5 to SAG 10. And that will come back to the council on May 1st for action. Next, we're under ordinances and resolutions. First reading of ordinance 824. I'll go ahead and read it. An ordinance of the city council amending Columbia Falls zoning map to allow the development of a PUD overlay for property located at 812 4th Avenue West. Susan?
Mayor and council, you held your hearing on Monday, March 20th, and at that time, you approved the findings of fact and approved the PUD with conditions. This ordinance, this first reading reflects that change. You might recall it had already been approved for a PUD for 9 residential and 3 commercial, and this PUD amendment allows for 12 residential units.
All right. Council, may I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve first reading of ordinance 824.
Second.
Second by Johnny, I guess. Okay, so, questions, council? And that correction was made concerning the condition of no short-term rentals.
Condition number 14 is
Okay.
added on your ordinance.
Just want to make sure. All right, I think we'll go ahead and do a roll call on this.
Counselor Robinson,
Aye.
Counselor Shepherd,
Aye.
Counselor Fisher,
Aye.
Counselor Hamilton,
Aye.
Counselor Levering,
Aye.
Counselor Pepper,
Aye.
Mayor Barnhart.
Aye. First reading ordinance 824 is approved. Next is resolution 1896, a resolution of the city establishing fees for the use of the city parks and pools for 2023.
Mayor and council, the Parks Committee met and reviewed these fees. The only change to the pool fees is the pool party from $200 to $250, and then $75 for each additional required employee. That's based on current wages and the cost of providing a pool. So all other pool fees remain the same this year. Then park use fees, it's been a long time, council, since you had updated parks fees, and they used to be complicated. There's a whole page. So the recommendation is to go, and so the bottom line was 25, and now the recommendation is 35 for a group up to 50. We used to go 25, 50, 75, 100, over 100, so on. So this, and so council, just like with your pool fees and other fees, when you're not a city resident and therefore not paying the city taxes, then it's 25% higher. So in city and out of city, so groups up to 50 now will be $35 or 44. You can see it on here, 60, 85. And then if it's a group size over 100, there's a special agreement, and the finance director will calculate that cost according to the impact on the park. And then seasonal use, we also had this minimum 200 plus staff and an admin fee and so on. And we said it, we reviewed, what does it take to get fields and courts ready, and just said $50 a week for a season. And then the amphitheater, we had multiple hours. The recommendation is to set it up to 4 hours is $50. Anything over the 4, this full day is $100. And then additional fees may apply if the risers or PA system is used. And then the alcohol addendum fee stayed the same at $75. And staff and Parks Committee recommend approval.
Any questions for Bill? Have a motion.
Motion to approve resolution 1896.
Second that.
Second by Kelly. May I have a roll call, please?
Counselor Shepherd,
Aye.
Counselor Fisher,
Aye.
Counselor Hamilton,
Aye.
Counselor Levering,
Aye.
Counselor Piper,
Aye.
Counselor Robinson,
Aye.
Mayor Barnhart.
Aye, resolution 1896 is approved. Resolution 1897, resolution approving application for a CUPD by Jane L. Paul.
Mayor and council, this resolution reflects the conditions as listed in the staff report. And you'll see them here, same, Exhibit A is specifically those items, and staff recommends approval.
All right, council.
Make a motion to approve resolution 1897.
Second.
Second by Paul. May I have a roll call, please?
Counselor Fisher,
Aye.
Counselor Hamilton,
Aye.
Counselor Levering,
Aye.
Counselor Piper,
Aye.
Counselor Robinson,
Aye.
Counselor Shepherd,
Aye.
Mayor Barnhart.
Aye, resolution 1897 is approved. Good luck, gentlemen. Welcome to our community.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Reports, business from mayor and council.
Start with me.
Okay, let's start with you.
Sure. I had this is a question not necessarily to answer tonight, but thinking ahead about the hearing we'll be having next week. which is we talked about we're not receiving any public comment, and we've all been sitting on information, stewing about it, et cetera.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, I'm sorry, so for
I
the,
just don't want anything.
No, no,
Yeah. April
Um,
17th.
so 2 weeks. And so, a point of clarification that I'm sure will come up at that meeting to be thought about. We've had developments proposed on the north side of the highway and the south side of the highway on the other side of the river. And if one or the other of them is approved, it's my understanding that there would still be water and sewer and city capacity for the other one. It's not just a north side or south side, but I'm sure that's a question that's gonna come up. And it's my understanding there's capacity for both, and I'm not asking you to redo all the research and explanations you've already done. But it'd be nice to have just a brief, concise statement regarding that if we approve one development, it doesn't mean another development is not happening. So that's just,
I should have prefaced this to saying one of the things we would like to do tonight, concerning that meeting coming up in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yes?
Is it similar to what we did last time when we had put off a approval or denial, and that was, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that was, the council has any questions for staff, they come up with answers before that. So when we will give the staff an opportunity this evening to get those questions, and then on our meeting, they will be able to come up with the answers that we would like. So,
Well, I guess I'm one step
and that's
ahead of you.
exactly right there.
That's what Aaron does.
So that was my question, just, I think I know the answer to that, but I want to make sure that that's understood. So, does my question make sense to you all? And I think that's the only question I had and the only other report for myself, that's all. Thank you.
I just have something that I think I say every year, but I think it's worth it. My students do this legislative quest where they use all of the government websites and try to find them and navigate them. And for the longest time, Columbia Falls was the hardest one to do because it wasn't searchable. Now they love doing the Columbia Falls one because it's so easy to find whatever they need. So that's
great.
So yay website,
Yeah.
good work.
And yay students.
That's
Is that what you had, Jenny?
I had the same question that Darren has risen about capacity, sizing, et cetera. In anticipation, at some time in the next 100 years, the south side possibly could be developed. So if we want to do the river boring once, we would do it once and not 10 times. It would make logistical sense if it's going to happen. And then the other thing, potholes.
The Duro patcher's out.
I know, and
You're out.
one of the worst ones is right in front of the truck route leaving Kelly's. It is a tie rod bender. I know that's probably the highway, but I saw them moving mud today. I guess they were looking like they were cleaning dirt up. It was more like making mud. So they had water truck and whoever was running the sweeper, there's gonna be this much gunk in the curb. So, not very clean.
State Department?
State
That was the
Department.
state.
Yep, the highway department, yeah. But that's my only concern. We seem to have a lot of holes. Yep, that's all.
I'm wondering, we're gonna go problems. I keep seeing this Cahill thing in the budget. Is this ever gonna stop, the Cahill case? I keep seeing it as we go through claims.
We have a trial order, tentatively January 2024.
So yes, it will remain on the budget.
The week of January 29th, I think it's the placeholder right now.
And I saw it cost $838 to repair the slide at Marin Park. Did you ever find who did this? Who was doing the park vandalism?
No, that was last October, and we didn't get any takers on, but we'll get the new part in so we don't have a broken spine.
Which breaks my heart if somebody's doing that. That is all I have.
I have nothing.
Oh, okay, I just had a couple things. I guess we covered one about the questions for the next meeting, and just to report back, I had a really nice time this morning for a half hour visiting John and Robin at KGEZ, their live morning show. And one thing I will say is the setup in radio has changed a lot since I've been going to my brothers. like when they did the cassettes and everything else, you know, so very modern, very cool. Those are some very nice gentlemen. They're excited to hear about Columbia Falls, and we're expected to be invited back at some point. They got some good information. They like Columbia Falls, so that's pretty cool. Columbus Park, I keep driving by there all the time. I'm going, oh man, we need to get people out there whacking away at their pickleballs and making some baskets. So I visited.
In there.
I visited with the manager about that. Hopefully we're going to get a response. And I see there's an item on our website, our headline on the website about getting it open. That's going to be exciting. You know, get everybody out there playing pickleball and playing tennis on our brand new tennis courts, and we're making some serious headway in our park. So that's really all I had at this time. Oh, one more thing. I did sneak on the construction site over here, and I stole 6 bricks off the
You know what?
I think
I've been working with Swank on trying to get them to donate a huge pallet of them that people can buy, and then we'll donate the money to a nonprofit. So thanks for really sticking it to me. No.
you're not very big.
I know. I've been writing them about getting us a pallet of them and doing a fundraiser.
Just go in there afterwards. You just go and tell you how to get in.
I'm trying to keep it on the legit side of the game.
If I could piggyback just a minute, I forgot about the basketball court, that part. My grandson asked me, what's that all about? And I told him, but anyway, yeah, they asked.
We'll get it open.
He wants to play basketball.
Good for him. I think there's a lot of other people on that also. So that's all we really have. You know, we can go to your report.
Okay, just working on legislation. There's a lot of bills being introduced after the transmittal deadline. I've never quite seen that many bills, especially based on topic, like destroying our tax increment financing for TED districts, as well as some really strange, the number 565, I think, where you guys would adopt your budget, but if it was an increase in budget, then you would have to take it to the voters after you adopted it. And so even where you save money, right, historically, like decades now, we use capital projects funds to save money until we can do something. But now you would have to vote it because it increased your budget. And then, so hopefully some of those, our representative was one of the sponsors of the bill.
Yeah.
I don't remember right now if that's the exact number, but there were a lot of bills introduced last week that went surprise. So still working on that. The municipal summits that happen every spring, the League of Cities and Towns, MMIA and Local Government Center comes around. So they just announced today, June 21st will be Whitefish. They're from 9 to 4. Paul, I know you attended, was that just last year in Kalispell? It must have been. The municipal summit. So this year it's going to be June 21st in Whitefish. There's no charge. They just have to register so they know how many people. And so if you're interested, they haven't sent out an agenda yet, but Barb, the clerk, will keep you updated on that. You will see I made a typo here. The next planning board meeting is April 11th. 2023. I put May 9th on your agenda because it's May 9th on their agenda. That's what happened. I'm juggling 3 agendas at one time, so I apologize. The next planning board meeting is April 11th, and it's Christensen Zone Change, like you indicated, and that's all I have. The chief is going to graduation tomorrow for our 2 officers.
You guys.
Good deal.
Good.
Is that all you had to?
That's it.
Wow. City attorney?
Nothing, just except, to reply to Kelly's comment about the Cahill thing, it was kind of at the mercy of the court's scheduling order at this point. We'll be there for a while, I'm afraid.
I was curious. I thought MMIA was paying for our attorney fees on that.
Part of it, but we countersued.
So the latest charges that we see that we're paying out is out of our pocket to countersue? And we are using the same attorneys?
Yes. So there is an economy of scale. We use our attorney's office.
So there's no stay, so Chad can start, or Chad or Tim Ross can start building or anything, it's all just gonna sit there until this is done?
Oh, that's a different
That's
case.
a different,
Oh, pardon me, the jail mix up.
that's at the appeal stage.
Oh, okay. Good boy.
At the Supreme Court.
That's what I was curious about.
All right, that's all you had this evening, Justin?
Yes.
Chief, you have anything tonight besides the graduation, couple new guys?
Yep, a couple of guys graduating tomorrow, so I'm driving down to Helena and we'll attend that and then be back and they'll be on the road by Saturday.
Oh, really?
I mean, in the FTO program, so they're still training with us. They've got 6 weeks of additional training that they have to complete. And then we have testing tomorrow, written tests for non-post certified police officers. And then we'll have oral interviews for a position there for the 11th, starting on Thursday.
Awesome.
So we'll just see.
That's great.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question. Chief,
Yes.
when the guys have been running around in the evening in our fair little city here, has a lot of people been saying anything about smoke?
Not that I heard.
Okay, I came home the other night and I thought there was a house on fire. They were burning an entertainment center in their backyard. I believe the flames are a little bit higher than you're supposed to have, so I'll get a hold of the fire chief and turn it over to him, as they've had it every evening for a while now.
I have not heard anything of about that.
Luckily the wind's blowing, I'm lucky to get into the smoke that my neighbors are.
We just encourage anybody to call 911. So the proper
That's the fail-safe.
parties can
Oh,
respond.
and lastly, you're gonna see a new white car on the road here shortly.
Ooh, changing colors.
Because that's what was available. Finding police cars anymore has become a difficult task because they're the last to be built with all the chips, manufacturing issues, so, but it's gonna be a Charger, a white Charger.
Chief, we were looking, we saw the cost of the car. And then, how much does it cost to get it ready to get the road with lights, radio and all that good stuff?
Roughly 25 to 30,000.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good question though, because I just got a quote on our camera system, our in-car camera system, and it's roughly 12,500
Whoa.
for one
Up from
camera.
7, that's what she said.
Up from 7,000.
Wow.
Must be a lot of demand.
And that's for the pickup that took 18 months to get here. They claimed the 41,000 for the pickup.
Oh,
So,
so that one we haven't received yet.
Oh, no, we have the pickup. We have the pickup.
The pickup's here.
It's being upfitted now. The Charger should be here within a month, and yeah, so that one was 37.5, so significantly cheaper. I almost wanted to buy two, but I held out.
Gonna make sure the shorter officers use that one?
Well, it's probably going to be a half cage, so it shouldn't be an issue. The half cage, you can slide that seat all the way back. So, I mean, I want to take a look at it.
So you have to have two, because you can't have one because then we go fight over it, so you have two.
More than likely, we'll probably see another Charger hit the ground here next fiscal year because they're built out and ready to go. So, whatever's available at this point is what we're kind of sweeping out. It's been and the trucks are so much more expensive.
Question. Susan, I still get some of our local electorate asking me, when are you gonna have the marijuana money? They're talking about the state, portion that is refunded.
we don't get money.
And that's what they keep asking me, and I keep asking these people, what are you talking about?
We don't get money from the state.
Well,
The county tax went into
the
effect
county
March
does.
1st.
yeah, the county gets it.
But it just went into effect. So
Yeah. And I know they tried to stop that whole thing, but it got turned down finally, so they voted down. So, yeah, there's a misconception of where the marijuana money goes, which is typical.
Goes up in
It picks up in smoke.
I said it first.
Yes, cheese and chili.
But on that,
Any further business come for the council this evening? May I have a motion?
Second.
Second by Hamilton, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Barb.
Recording stopped.
Jimmy, a copy of this?